Hello friends, today we are reading the book How to Trick the Tooth Fairy by Erin Danielle Russell, illustrated by Jennifer Hansen Rowling. This story is about a little girl, Kylie, who is always playing pranks on others. She seems to love playing pranks. Does she get into trouble by doing so? Or is there anybody else who is better at playing pranks? Let's read about all the fun that Kylie has playing pranks. Kylie loved to pull pranks. There is Kylie. Now look at her. Twinkle of Mischief. Her eyes are filled with the twinkle of mischief. Prank princess in training. Wow, she is getting trained to do all the pranks. Favorite holiday is April Fool's Day. Now that's the day when everyone is about playing pranks. Cute as a button, sharp as a tack. She does look really cute and sharp. Comfy shoes for creeping. Well, if she's going to play pranks with everyone, then she will have to escape and sometimes creep away. She pulled pranks every day. Kylie is on the top of a tree, and what is she holding? She has got a water balloon, and I'm guessing she's going to drop it on her friends who are walking on the street. Goodness, and every night. Look at that, Kylie is all dressed up. Is it Halloween, and is she scaring somebody with that really creepy look? And even on holidays, what's Kylie up to? She is dropping pebbles all over near to the Christmas tree. Is she expecting Santa to fall and get hurt? Now, is that going to get her on the bad list of Santa? Goodness! But sure, being the prank princess, she is loving it all. She was always looking for her next unsuspecting victim. Now what is she up to? She has got dog toothpaste, and did she spread it on the Oreos, and is she offering it to her friends? The boy, he knows that Kylie is up to something really naughty, and he is getting the suspicious look on his face. But was Kylie the princess of pranks? The real princess? No, that would be this little trickster. Who is that? The Tooth Fairy. So here she is, the real prank princess. It's the Tooth Fairy. Ruling prank princess, smirky smile, magical tooth grabber, fairy wings for a quick getaway, more tricks in her bag than teeth. Of course, that says it all. She is the ruling prank princess. But she had no clue whom she was about to meet. Sometime late in a night and the windows are open and you can see the moon and the stars, and shh, the tooth fairy is flying inside through the window and she sees Kylie all asleep. The tooth fairy is here to take Kylie's tooth. The tooth fairy was expecting to find something small, smooth and white. Of course, the broken tooth of Kylie. And what did the tooth fairy find? Not green with webbed feet. Oops, that is a frog. Eee! Now, if you prank the tooth fairy with a fake frog, what happens if you prank the tooth fairy? Let's find out. Real frogs! Oops, they are all real frogs all over. But what does Kylie say? Game on! Seems like she's not scared, but she's going in for more pranks. Had Kylie finally met her mischief-making match? Right there. Now it's going to be a race between the tooth fairy and Kylie. I am so sorry, says Kylie. And what she's doing, she offered the tooth fairy a slice of pie. That pie looks yummy, but surely Kylie has something mischievous on it. And what is it? Is it hot sauce? Oops. And if you know anything about fairies, you know they love sweets. Oh, the fairy is just expecting some real good sweets from Kylie. But look at that, there is hot sauce on it. The tooth fairy dug into her dessert. Suddenly her mouth was on fire. That hot sauce really hurt the tooth fairy. Now, if you prank the tooth fairy with a prankster pie, she will top it with... What's the tooth fairy going to do? Let's find out. Cups of gooey ice cream. That is a lot of cups of gooey ice cream everywhere. Ice cream is something nice to have, but do you think it's going to be fun having ice cream all over your hair and your hands? Everywhere, almost on the table, on top of all the food, the ice cream is just drooping. Yuck! No, that is going to be so messy. Kylie was a mess. Pass the sprayer, please. But once the sprayer was in her hand, Kylie turned it on the tooth fairy. Whoosh! That's all the water splashing on the tooth fairy. That is going to really get her angry and mad. Now, if you prank the tooth fairy with a splash of water, she will make it rain. Cats and dogs. Literally, the tooth fairy has started to make it really rain cats and dogs. Yeeks! Storms scared Kylie. She ran and hid behind a closet door. The tooth fairy wanted to outprank Kylie, but frightening her wasn't fun at all. So the rain and the storm really scared Kylie. She went hiding behind the closet door. But the Tooth Fairy did not want her to hide. And what did she do? Come out, wherever you are. Now she's asking Kylie to come out, and it was going to be okay. Well, what does Kylie do? Gotcha! Kylie sprang out of hiding, surprising the Tooth Fairy with a burst of bubble gum. Oops, my wand. What happened to the wand? It's broken. It's fallen down from the fairy's hand and it's broken into pieces. And if you know anything about Tooth Fairies, you know a broken wand means. What does a broken wand mean? Is it going to be scary? Topsy-turvy Tooth Fairy trouble! Look at that, it is a lot of mess out there. There is a big storm happening with thunderbolts, and the refrigerator is swinging. All the food in the refrigerator is just falling off, and we have the table which is swaying to a side, and the tablecloth and the food and the candle stand, everything is flying around. The chairs are falling off, and look at Kylie, she's trying to take some shelter under the table. Seems like everything is in a big mess out here. Kylie and the Tooth Fairy may have been soaked and scared and stunned. So both of them now seem to understand that the situation is really bad. So what are they going to do now to fix it? Kylie had one more trick up her pajama sleeves. Quick, hand me the sprayer. This bubble gum fixed my wand. So she took the sprayer and with the help of the water and the bubble gum, she stuck the broken wand together and she has fixed it. That is something nice about Kylie. And so did the Tooth Fairy. So once the wand got fixed, the Tooth Fairy also helped Kylie to clean up all the mess. And together they cleaned up their mess. Bye bye, little fur balls. So there is Kylie waving a goodbye to the Tooth Fairy. Now, if you know anything about pranksters and fairies, you know there's room for lots of fairy dust cookies. I guess Kylie and the Tooth Fairy have become good friends now, and they are up to having some yummy cookies, and the fairy has dropped some fairy dust on the cookies. Guess they're going to enjoy some time together eating the cookies. Two prank princesses and one new friendship. So there they are, Kylie and the Tooth Fairy. They are friends now and they are the prank princesses. And what are they up to? So they are on top of a tree and they are holding on to some water balloons. And down on the street we can see their friends walking. One of them saying, "I think my tooth is loose." So what happens? the Tooth Fairy and Kylie, they're going to drop the water bags on their friends down there, and probably the Tooth Fairy is going to go get the loose tooth and make friends with them as well. That's the end of the story. That was a story full of fun with Kylie and the Tooth Fairy playing pranks on each other. Finally, they become close friends as well. I hope you all enjoyed the story. That was Frozendoll reading How to Trick the Tooth Fairy. See you all soon again.
Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe Storytime with Frozendoll for more videos. Please leave your valuable comments and likes. Please share my videos with your friends. Thank you so much for all your support always.